Have you ever stopped to think that maybe that old car sitting in your garage, or even the one you drive every day, might actually be a hidden gem? A real treasure you've been overlooking? Well, there are some cars from the 90s that, while they might seem simple at first glance, are turning into true collector's items. And the worst part? A lot of people are selling them for pennies without realizing they could be losing something that, in a few years, will be worth a fortune. So today, let's get straight to the point. I'm going to show you 5 cars from the 90s that you should never sell, no matter what. Some of these may look ordinary, but once you understand the emotional, historical, and even financial value they hold, trust me, you'll think twice before letting them go. And hey, if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more coming, especially if you're passionate about cars with soul, like the ones we're about to talk about. So let's jump in, starting with number 1. Honda Civic EK, 1996 to 2000. The Japanese warrior that never breaks. If there's one car that defined a generation and is still beloved today, it's the 6th-gen Honda Civic, better known as the EK. It hit the streets in 1996 and was in production until 2000. But even now, decades later, it's still one of the most cherished models by car lovers worldwide. This car is practically bulletproof. People have driven these for over 250,000 miles, and the engine keeps going strong with just basic maintenance. The D and B series engines used in these models are legendary, super reliable, easy to maintain, and fuel efficient. And it wasn't just one version. You had the sedan, with its massive trunk and smooth ride. Then there was the coupe, especially the SI version, which is still a hot commodity today among performance enthusiasts. And the hatchback? That was the sporty compact, with the iconic Type R version, a dream for any JDM fan. Now, besides all that reliability, the Civic EK also looked great. Its design was timeless, sleek, aerodynamic, and sporty all at once. Even today, it still turns heads. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Did you know that in some markets, Honda released a version that was basically the same car but under a different name? It was called the Honda Domani. Same chassis, same engine, even the same interior. Crazy, right? Nissan Sentra B13, Tsuru, 1991 to 1997. The battle tank in disguise. Now here's a real Latin American icon. Known by many as the Tsuru, the Nissan Sentra B13 was one of the most beloved cars in Mexico and throughout South America, and for good reason. First of all, it's practically indestructible. It came with a 1.6-liter engine that could take a beating and keep on going. These cars were used as taxis, work vehicles, family cars, you name it, and they handled it all like champs. Sure, it didn't have fancy safety features or a luxury interior, but it was dead simple and rock solid. Cheap parts, easy repairs, and a reputation for lasting forever. The Tsuru became the go-to car for anyone who needed a daily workhorse. And if you're lucky enough to find the sporty SER version, then you're sitting on a real collector's piece. That one had a 140 horsepower engine, some sporty design upgrades, stiffer suspension, and a more aggressive personality. So if you have a Tsuru, even if it's seen better days, think twice before selling. It's got history, it's tough, and it represents an era of cars that were made to last. Toyota Corolla, 1993 to 1997, the king of reliability. Next up is the 7th generation Toyota Corolla. Produced between 1993 and 1997, this car became one of the most dependable compacts in automotive history. Back then, it usually came with the legendary 1.6L 4AFE engine, 16 valves, and around 105 horsepower. That may not sound like much now, but at the time, it was incredibly efficient and durable. Some versions also had 1.3-liter or 1.8-liter engines, depending on the region. You could find this model in several body styles, a 4-door sedan, a wagon, and even a hatchback in some markets. But the sedan was by far the most popular, especially in the US, Mexico, and across Latin America. What really set this Corolla apart was how practical it was. It came with basic but useful features: air conditioning, power steering, airbags, and in some versions even ABS brakes. For a compact from the 90s, that was pretty advanced. The design was sober and simple, and the high-resistance chassis made it a very safe choice for people looking for low-cost, worry-free driving. If you happen to own one of the 4.5 million units sold worldwide, you might be holding on to a little piece of automotive history. Don't let it go. Volkswagen Jetta A3, 1993 to 1999. The German sedan with a sporty soul. Let's talk about a German that stole many hearts in the 90s, the Volkswagen Jetta A3. This car had a serious look on the outside, but a lot of personality under the hood. The base model came with a 1.8-liter engine pushing 90 HP, paired with either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. It had that classic boxy design that gave it a strong, solid feel. But then came 1995, and with it, the legendary VR6 version. This beast had a 2.8-liter V6 engine pumping out 172 horsepower. It came loaded with leather seats, a sunroof, 15-inch BBS wheels, and a deep engine note that made your heart race. This was a car that offered the comfort of a family sedan with the soul of a sports car. Some even considered it a sort of European muscle car. Over the years, the Jetta A3 gained a loyal fan base and became a favorite among collectors. It was well built, fun to drive, and it aged beautifully. These days, finding one in mint condition is rare and expensive. So if you've got one sitting in your garage, take care of it. Its value is only going up. Honda Accord, 1990 to 1997. Japanese elegance with status and soul. And finally, we wrap up with the Honda Accord, especially the 5th-generation model, sold from 1990 to 1997. This car was an absolute standout in the 90s. It was large, elegant, and full of that premium Honda feel. It had presence, luxury, and durability all rolled into one. The engines ranged from 2.2-liter 4-cylinders to a 3.0-liter V6, delivering up to 145 horsepower. The V6 version was especially loved, not just for the power, but for its refined ride and top-tier features. We're talking leather seats, digital climate control, and an interior that looked way ahead of its time. Back in the day, owning an Accord was a symbol of success. It was the dream car of many middle-class families. And if you had one, people noticed. You were seen as someone who had made it. Today, a well-maintained 90s Accord is like a work of art. It's a beautiful reminder of how cars used to be made, with care, precision, and style. Selling one now would be a shame.
So tell me, have you ever owned one of these cars? Do you still have one sitting in your driveway? Or maybe you're kicking yourself for selling one years ago? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. There's a lot more nostalgia, history, and car passion coming your way. See you in the next one.